Hello, hello, welcome in. I am Nina. I am here to talk about current energies. I know the energies right now are just insane, and if you're feeling dizzy, or if you're feeling a pressure on your head, on your pressure on your body, if you're feeling nauseous, if you're feeling anxiety, I will talk all about it in this video. Okay, welcome in. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for those of you who are new, my name is Nina. I am a channeler, a healer, and a psychic medium, and I am just sharing my journey here on YouTube in hope of helping somebody else out there. And that's kind of my mission. That's what I do. Okay, so let's get into it. So, lately, as you probably have already seen, there is a huge number of geomagnetical impulses or surges, or what you call it, winds coming from the sun. So it's hitting us pretty hard. And you know, here in Norway we have the measurement from 0 to 5, and 5 is extreme, and it's been above that 5. So we have been hit really hard. The plus side of it is that you can see northern lights in the entire country right now. But of course we have had some clouds, so I haven't seen it right here, but I've seen it before. But anyways, so that's also what's going on. And you know, the sunstorms and the geomagnetical sun storms that are coming, they of course exist all the time. It's just right now it's really extreme. So what happens is that you, first of all, might feel like you're in a boat. You know, you're kind of off your balance a little bit. So you're feeling dizzy. You might feel nauseous because of it. You might have a headache. You might have a pressure on your head or pressure on your body. Anxiety might flare up. You might have mood swings. So it can be and aches and pains, joint pains, you know, those kind of things. It's a lot of stuff happening to the body right now. But that's just the physical part of it, you know. The energetic part of it, however, is a totally different story. Because what's happening there is that the sun is a living being, okay? And when the sun does these kind of things, it's kind of communicating with us. So on an energetic, plane. So what we have to do is kind of listen and integrate and allow it. Because the sun and us, we are kind of in a symbiosis, if you will. It's alive. The earth is alive. We are on the earth. We rely on the sun. So it's a symbiosis effect. And so we kind of communicate with the sun all the time, actually. So what we have to do now is kind of just integrate those energies that we're being hit with. And from what I understand, it's also through the sun energies that's coming from outside of our solar system. But we will get closer into that. So that was just the initial the initial start of this video. So I've brewed myself a cup of coffee. If you haven't brewed yourself anything, then maybe you should pause the video and go and make yourself a cup of coffee or tea or hot cocoa or whatever. And we can have some cozy time together. If you have followed my channel for a while, you know that I love my coffee. So, okay. I just want to first tell you what I have been experiencing, because it hasn't just been what I described as the physical things, but at the same time I have been feeling a very high-pitched, very strong, fast vibrating energy inside my body. It's almost like a guitar's a string, you know, that's kind of going through my body. And it's really vibrating on a high tone, on a high note. And it's going all the way out, you know, in my entire body. So I'm feeling my hands are being activated a lot these days. My whole body is actually being activated. So I've kind of gone back to a little bit more of my healing practice. I took many years ago, I believe it's, 16 years ago, I took reconnective healing level 1, 2, and 3. And it doesn't really matter what kind of healing education you have in that sense. But what it is that it's focused on not on energy healing, but on frequency healing. So that was kind of new when it came out many years ago. And so that's what I did. And that's kind of what I have been using personally. And I feel like the frequency is rising so that when you use frequency healing, it's a different way of working. And when I work with frequency healing, I see geometrical things, I see colors, I sense the vibration and the resonance or dissonance in the body. And I work on that kind of thing. And I work with pulling strings of frequency out of the body. That's kind of how I work. So it's a different way of working. So instead of energy healing, but whatever kind of healing works for you, of course, you use that. But I feel like the frequencies are rising to the point where we kind of have to at least understand how frequency works in our body, in our system, and in the universe in general. So it's a good thing to learn. It's a good thing to look up or to read into a little bit more. So that's something I wanted to say as well. So because I've been feeling this increase of the frequency within me, then I kind of have to look at it from that perspective. And so I have rekindled a little bit that kind of healing. And as soon as I talk about it, I feel it in my hands. It's like a ball of energy that just pops up in my hands. And yeah, I just kind of get connected in that way very quickly just by focusing on my hands. So that's new and really fun for me. So it is the time for healing, though. I mean, we are in a surge, like we have been talking about, or many people in the spiritual field have been talking about for a long time. And it takes the time it takes, though, people. It's not done in a jiff. Okay, it takes time. It has taken years with me, slowly awakening, slowly integrating new energies, new knowledge, new ways of living, those kind of things. So be patient with yourself when you're going through this, okay? Because what's happening now from the sun will start all of that up. It will rattle, whatever it is in you that you're no longer supposed to take with you, and it can be massive. So this is a time to be bold enough to face the trauma, to face the dark sides within us, all those kind of things. Not dark sides, sorry, wrong choice of words there. But, if there are things that you haven't looked at, if there are things that you have suppressed, didn't want to deal with, those kind of things, this is the time. Okay, and what's happening now with these energies is kind of pushing us to the edge to deal with it. Okay. So that was a basic intro for today. So I'm just going to connect. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah. So this channel is probably going to go more and more towards frequency healing, and also star family, star beings, visitation that we have on this planet. And I will still, of course, talk about, the old school, if you will, when it comes to psychic mediumship, those kind of things. But, excuse me. But for me, in the time and age and what's going on the world, kind of pushes me towards more of the frequency, consciousness, and star family things. Okay, so if that's interesting to you, then hopefully you will stay on this channel and subscribe if you haven't. If it doesn't interest you, there are so many other teachers out there who teaches mediumship and psychic mediumship and those kind of things. But for me, because of this kind of new way we are looking at consciousness and looking at frequency and energy and stuff, I want to kind of pull us into more of a new way of thinking at it, instead of maybe being stuck in an old way. Okay, so that's very much what this channel is about. So I hope though you will join me on that journey, but if you feel like that's not you, then I will send you off with love, and I hope you find a teacher that, that speaks to you, that resonates with you. Okay, so I just wanted to say that, because what I am being told and what I'm being shown again is the so-called drones that we are seeing, and also the 3-eye atlas, okay, which has been on many lips now for a long time. Now, the drones, let's go there first. Some of the drones are man-made, but many of them are not. Many of them are actually scouts, is what I would call them. They can come in different forms. They can come in a physical form, like the Boogasphere, but they can also come in an energy form, like an orb. Okay, orb, because in the old days you thought orb was just something, flashy things from spirit that came on the cameras when you were taking pictures, when you were in a session or whatever. No, orbs can be physical for our visual eyes, and it can be a lot bigger than just these little orbs that you see in a picture. So orbs can be any size, actually, and it is an entity. It's a light being, in any way, shape, or form. So they can, and those ones can come from a different dimension, from a different time and space, if you will. Okay, they just change their frequency, and then they can kind of phase in and out of our reality. Okay, so that's kind of those kind of drones or orbs that we see in the sky can actually be that. Some ships can also do the same. Some can phase in and out. It's a different kind of physics that we don't really know on this planet. At least it's not known for the public that we know it, but some people do. But it's a different kind of physics, and not the one we are used to or we are being taught in school. So it's difficult for us to understand this, but it is what's happening. Okay. What else, Spirit? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Just need to finish my coffee. Okay, so what they're saying is that don't focus so much on what exactly the 3-eye atlas is or isn't, or how it looks, or if there's beings inside of it, or if it's that kind of ship, or how big of ship, or, what we have to understand, though, is that this is an interstellar object, no matter what it is. And from my perspective, from what I have understood and from what I see, it is an observer. Okay. There has been 2 other objects before. From what I understand, one of them was also an observer. The other one was a kind of a comet, or a different kind of comet. So, but I do believe we have been visited by, we are visited all the time by starfamily, but that's through a different kind of travel, and a different story. This is a different story. It's a different starfamily. It comes from a different place. Okay, the 3-eye atlas. So, from what I understand and from what I've been shown, it's observing. Okay, and you might have noticed also, if you follow those kind of things, that these so-called drones appeared in the beginning of this summer on the northern hemisphere. I believe it was in June, July, most of them, that they all of a sudden popped up. And then they discovered the 3-eye atlas. Was it in July, August, or something around there? So what I have been shown and what I believe is that many of these so-called drones actually come from the 3i Atlas. It was sent out beforehand to observe and to collect information. And so when the 3i Atlas leaves again, they will kind of be collected up again and move on. So that's kind of the image that I have been shown. So, I just have to convey that. That's all I can do. That's kind of my mission. And then if I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's what I see. Okay. So that was that. There is no need to worry. Okay, that's a very big message here. There's no need to worry. Everything is going to be fine. So yeah, that was that. I just had to get that off my chest because I've been shown that. Okay. But we are, of course, visited by many other beings from many other planets and from many other places. I have also, as I told you before, seen that there is a mothership of another race that is situated on the backside of one of the moons on Jupiter, of Jupiter. But that has been here a very long time, and that is still going to stay here. But I do believe that's also part of what you would call, or people call, the Galactic Federation, or it's a mutual thing. It's just not from one race built the ship, but it's not just for one race, it's for many, okay? And I do believe that many of us living here on this planet, in our light being form, might have been in connection with that ship, or beings from that ship might even have been on there in our light form at night, maybe. Feel into what resonates for you. But that's kind of what I've been shown, okay? So that was that. There are also, as I said, they can come in and out of our reality, just phasing in and out because they change the frequency. So that's a different way of travel and a different kind of being. You see, there's many beings, and there's also some of the beings that are actually living here on the planet, under the ocean, also down deep under our feet, that has actually existed before us and has been part of seeding this planet. So you can believe all of this, or you can choose not to. I'm just here to convey what I get, and if you agree, then nice, and if you don't, then you don't. So that's that. Okay. So it was a lot of intergalactic and stuff today, but I'm going to pull some cards today also, and I wanted to also use this Gateway of Light Activation card, since we are experiencing all of this energy nowadays, both from the sun, through the sun, and also from the, what do you call it? I lost my thread there. It's also light codes coming from the universe in general, and also from the center of the galaxy, I'm being told. Okay, so let's see here. This is a deck by Kyle Gray, by the way. Artwork by Jennifer Hawkyard. Okay, let's pull some cards here to see what they have to say, what they want me to convey. Okay, so the one that popped up, oi. Oh my God, you can't make this up. I just talked about that. Arcturian light codes, evolutionary downloads, recalling power, and future thinking. The future thinking is what I just described, when it comes to a new way of looking at spirituality and consciousness and all that. So that was kind of fun that popped up. Recalling power was actually what I did when it comes to the healing parts, recalling the frequency healing power. And evolutionary downloads, and I think that's up for grabs for anybody who wants to sit down and channel. But Arcturian light codes, people, that's kind of what's coming. Arcturians have been very present here on this planet. Actually, I have seen them in my mind's eye as a visitation. Sometimes when I sit down and I open up to channel. I can be visited by anything, right? So as long as it is in light form, they can travel wherever, whenever. So it doesn't just, it's not just regarding our angels or our ancestors or, our dead loved ones, or past loved ones rather, that can come visit. It's also, of course, light beings from other places, from other planets, and also some star people are not as dense as us. They are not vibrating on that low of a frequency that it's this dense, so they can actually travel in a different way, and so they can come visit you in light form and they can talk to you. So that's what happened to me once here with the Arcturians. They came to visit, and I was told back then that the Arcturians were working actually on the crystal grid of this planet. So they were also planting crystals down into the ground and activating also crystals that are already down in our ground, where you have these huge caves with crystals. They are activated now. So they have been working on activating them to match the new frequencies that's coming to the planet from the universe, and also to activate our Earth into a 5D consciousness. Okay, so that's what's been going on. So these Arcturian light codes are continuously going to hit us. It's continuously going to upgrade our system, energy system, and also, of course, then also the physical form. So that was a fun card to get. I want to pull one more card from that deck. Look behind or underneath, that said. Okay. Third eye activation was underneath the deck. Sometimes they tell me to look underneath. Brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. Yeah, so working on our clear, I'm being told clear sentience also, but clairvoyance, of course, working on that if you can, activating the third eye if you haven't already. Kind of have focus on that to communicate and to see things clearly. Okay, one more card from this deck, please. Okay. Interesting. So it was Earth Star activation. Okay. Anchoring grounded action and Isis energy. So if some of you are interested in Egypt, Isis, those kind of things, then this is a message for you. Earth Star activation. So they're also telling us in the midst of all of this to ground ourselves here. Anchoring the energy field down into the ground. Ask Isis for help for that if you feel like that is you. Yeah, because it's not just about the communication with the sun and with knowledge and the light codes and everything. We have to also ground because we're in physical form, and the body is so in need of grounding and being feeling the earth. So if you can, go outside barefoot or go and hug a tree or whatever. I know it sounds absurd, but there you go. That's what it's like. Okay, so I'm also going to pull some cards from this Archangel of Michael, Sword of Light. I know many people don't use that cards so much anymore, but for me, Spirit can communicate in any way. They can communicate via numbers that you see every day. They can communicate with flashings of the light of your home. They can communicate through songs on the radio, through birds coming to your window. But they can also communicate through cards, okay? Pendulums, all sorts of things. So this just popped out, so I'll take that. So that's why I continue using cards, because I feel like, I want to communicate in any way I can. So I choose to continue doing that. Yeah, so this popped up now, and that's very nice for us to hear. Have no fear, as I also said regarding the 3-eye atlas thing. It says here, fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. So that was just kind of confirmation from Michael saying that we're safe. Okay, so let us pull one more card from this deck. Oh, wow. That is so fun to get right now. Change is coming. Yes, it is. Definitely. I'm here to guide you through this exciting transformation. This is a time of joyous opportunities. Yes, it is. So there is, of course, as you know, this huge transformational energy hitting the planet. And there's nothing we can do about it. You know, it's not like we can escape it. It's going to happen no matter what. So might as well just jump on the bandwagon and start meditating and start integrating these energies, because there's no escaping it, you know. And then last deck today is the Moonology deck. No, it's no escaping it. I mean, we just have to live with it. We just have to deal. Not fun always, I know, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so let's shuffle a little bit. This Moonology deck by Jasmine Boland. So let us see. Yeah, the other one, The Sword of Light, is by Radley Valentine, by the way. I want to give credit where credit is due. So let us see what we get here from the Moonology deck. What other advice do you have for us, Spirit? Wow. It's time to release. It's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Hasn't that just been, or is it still coming, the full moon in Scorpio? I don't remember right now. Or is that around this time? Yeah, I don't remember, but full moon in Scorpio, it's around this time. So releasing, again, you know, as I said in the beginning also, these energies will rattle your energy field, and it will push you to the edge to face whatever it is that you have not been willing to face, okay? It can be trauma from the past. It can be your own way of living, or other people close to you, or you not being able to say no, or you saying yes too much, or maybe things within you that, you know, anger issues. It can be many things. It can be addiction. You know, I've been struggling with addiction before, you know, and I don't drink alcohol anymore. Stopped. So I'm out of it now. But it was a problem for a while, and so I know how hard that can be. And addiction can come in any form. It can be alcohol, drugs, it can be sex, it can be food, it can be addicted to drama, addicted to shopping, it can be many things. You know, the addiction is actually a big thing on this planet. So you have my love if you're struggling with it. So then go and get help. There are many groups for all these things, you know, which started with AA originally. And so ask for help, visit somebody, you know, take a phone call to one of these groups and get help. Because you don't have to do all of this alone. And also remember that your spirit team is here, the angels are here, or the energies that we call angels, they are here to help you. Just call upon them to get the strength and to get what you need to face all of this. Okay. And also I have made, by the way, a unity group here on my channel where we can talk, where you can write things, where we can all kind of communicate, and we can use that as a platform to help each other, to support each other. Okay. So that was that. Time to release, people. Time to face whatever it is that you're not been facing so far. Let's pull one more card from this deck. A personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Okay. So, reaches resolution. Reaches resolution. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So what they're saying is that all of these changes that are happening is, of course, not just on a bigger scale, but it's also on a personal scale, because the energies are the same. You know, it has the same energy signature. So it will affect the whole, but it will also affect you on a personal level, right? So it's both at the same time, but it is the same kind of energy that's doing it. And it is what we are being hit with right now. And I'm also noticing 2 water signs that pop up here. And of course, that is about emotion. It is about the deep, I mean, Scorpio especially, about the deep emotion. Cancer about family and, love for family, love for connection and togetherness. So it is about kind of looking at these deep old wounds that we have. So, and as I said earlier, there's no escaping it. You just have to deal. But again, ask for help. You don't have to do it alone. You can get help from professionals on this, and also friends and family or whatever, whomever you need. So yeah, that's important as well. So I'm just going to put these cards away, and I'm going to connect directly and then ask for additional information in the end of this video today. Okay, Spirit. What last message do you have for those watching? Okay. So they're saying that, remember, this is a journey. And they keep repeating, remember, you are a spirit having a human experience and not the other way around. Everything will be okay. You are safe. You are protected. You're being guided if you're willing to see the signs. If you're willing to open up for it. They're again talking about the third eye activation, light code activation. It's up for grabs for you if you want it, if you're willing to do the work. Okay. All the drama and all the things that are experienced here in the human field, when we go back into light form, you will see that none of this matters in the end. Okay? This is just an experience. So treat it as that if you can, from a higher self perspective, and treat your human counterpart with love, because the human counterpart is who's going through all of this. You as a higher self and light being are already in connection with the field, in connection with the universe and God, and already know all of this and already know how to deal. But your human counterpart might not. So give your human counterpart love. Make sure that your human counterpart has all it needs to be able to deal with all of this. Remember that we are all a beam beaming out from the God Source energy. And that you, as a higher self and light being, you have no boundaries. Okay? Okay. Okay, thank you. So what they want me to do now in the end, and I hope the camera won't cut out because it's too much time. If the camera cuts out, then I'm sorry, but I'm going to try and do it anyways. Okay, they want me to give you healing. So if you can just sit still. Ground your feet to the ground. Open up. Let your barriers down. They will send energy through me and also directly to you from the universe. It's a high frequent energy. It might feel heavy on your body. Just give yourself over to the heaviness that might come over you right now. The heaviness can feel scary sometimes when we're getting these strong energies and strong healing. But you have to give yourself over to it, because as soon as you allow yourself to become heavy, on the other side of that heaviness is lightness. Whatever comes up for you, just allow it to come. Do not hold back. If it's deep emotions, don't hold them back. Just allow them to come. You're being held, you're safe. No harm can come to you. Your higher self, your light being, is already vibrating on the energy field or energy signature of healthy, of wellness. Allow to integrate that into your physical form. Allow the frequency of wellness and love to enter your physical form. Allow the vibration to vibrate as high as possible, and the tone will go up if you listen. Old energy will be shed from your body. They will continue to shine this light on you, this healing on you. So you can continue to sit in this healing bubble directly from God's source energy and the universe, even after I have finished this video. We send you love and protection. You are held. You are loved. All is well. Thank you. And that was the end of this video. You continue receiving your healing, okay? Thank you.